Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg McLeod. Here's a quick look at the stories we're following tonight. As the race to vaccinate continues across the country, positive signs that the recent surge of COVID making Michigan the nation's hotspot is beginning to subside. Today, the state reported 6,500 new cases of COVID since Saturday, with 35 more deaths. It's the 8th straight day Michigan has reported a declining 7-day average, and it's the lowest since the end of March. The state's expanded mask mandate officially took effect until May 24th. Now, children 2 to 4 need to make a good faith effort to wear a mask in child care facilities and camps. Limits on gatherings and indoor dining also continue until then. We're learning more about a shooting at an apartment complex near Central Michigan University over the weekend. Both victims are CMU students attending a party that turned violent at Deerfield Village Apartments. Senior Tyler Bunting is stable, but Jonathan Keller was airlifted to Hurley Medical Center and remains in critical condition. Keller is the quarterback for the Chippewas football team. Detectives are still combing through tips, videos, and social media posts about the shooting. No arrests have been made. Michigan's lagging population growth is going to cost it a seat in the U.S. House. This is according to the U.S. Census Bureau, which didn't release state figures but confirmed the congressional impact. The state will have 13 seats instead of 14, meaning the boundaries of some districts will have to change. Michigan's population in 2000 was 9.9 million. It had dropped to 9.8 million by 2010. And now here's Ryan with a look at our weather.
Well, thanks very much, Meg. After we'll call it a lackluster Monday, I suppose, here across mid-Michigan, and really after last week's downturn in the temperatures, we've really struggled to warm up to any significant degree. But that is finally poised to change as we look on ahead into our Tuesday. As on the First Warn 5 Sky Tracker tonight, we have a warm frontal boundary parked just to the southwest of us that'll be sweeping in across the state and lifting north as well as we head into our Tuesday. And on the other side of that boundary, we've got a significantly warmer air mass. You think back to the first week of the month when the first few days of the month saw temperatures in the 70s and even 80s. We're going to head back in that direction as we look ahead to Tuesday. As for the hour-by-hour forecast, though, heading in toward the 11 o'clock time frame, we'll continue to see these isolated light showers and sprinkles mostly keep their focus on areas north of the bay through the majority of this evening. Then heading into the overnight period as some instability from a cold front to our west manages to work across the state. Along with the approaching warm front, there may be an isolated shower or two that carries us into the morning commute around 8 o'clock on Tuesday. Don't expect these to be disruptive, but you may encounter a wet spot here or there on the roads and maybe even a few raindrops on your windshield. Heading in toward the midday time period on Tuesday, we keep the mostly cloudy skies around, and I expect we'll manage to at least filter in some sunshine, especially in areas from the Tri-Cities on south into tomorrow afternoon. But we'll also maintain that chance for a shower, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm for you folks along M55 into tomorrow afternoon. That threat will then begin to shift closer to the central areas of mid-Michigan and even farther south as we head on into our Tuesday night. And that will bring along with it the possibility for some heavier downpours and maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. But whether you stay stuck under clouds on Tuesday, see a few showers, everybody sees a big improvement in the temperature department. Highs tomorrow north of the bay along M55 headed mostly for the middle and upper 60s. Some slightly cooler low and mid 60s closer to Lake Huron. Same story along really the entire Lake Huron shoreline. Inland locations a bit farther south, easily getting into the 70s as you will in parts of the central thumb. And a good shot that will run into the low 80s around Saginaw on southward. For tonight, low temp around 45 degrees, mostly cloudy skies with a stray shower possible, but nothing that's going to cause any major disruptions, as we mentioned, into tomorrow morning. And then in your First Warn 5 7-day forecast, after a big warm up tomorrow, we'll keep that going into Wednesday. We'll just dial it back to the low 70s with a chance for a few lingering thunderstorms first thing on Wednesday morning. Better chance for a new system to come in on Thursday with more widespread rain and storms. Highs will scale back to around 60 degrees and will hover in that range through the start of the upcoming weekend, including Arbor Day on Friday. But the silver lining this time around is that we won't have to wait very long for the warmth to come back. Low 70s return on Sunday with the chance for some showers, and we stay in those low 70s as we look ahead to Monday.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.